guys, Laurel here at Union Bay Natural Area, and I want to show you 3 different groups. We're going to be covering in this video sedges, rushes, and then grasses, because these are some species that you might easily get confused with each other. We have some really simple tricks for you to be able to differentiate them. We're going to start with rushes. Rushes are typically found in wetter areas, as you see here and where I'm standing. And rushes refer to any species that is in the genus Juncus, Juncus. And rushes are really important for wildlife, particularly muskrats. They like to eat them. And the way you can identify a rush is rushes are round in cross-section. This is going to be your best identifying feature. It's also solid inside, and it's not going to have any nodes. And by that I mean kind of like a breaking point where you could easily kind of bend it over, like a segmentation or something. You should check out the PowerPoint that I uploaded with various slides to see what that actually looks like up close, because I'm not going to be able to show it in a video like this. They have these cool flowers on them, but again, you're going to look at the stem here, and the thing to remember with rushes is rushes are round in cross-section. Another group that's often found in wetland areas, although not exclusively, is the genus known as sedges, and that's anything that's in the Carex genus, C-A-R-E-X. Now, sedges are easily differentiated from rushes and from grasses because, so further along on the leaf here, you'll see that it kind of has this indentation down the middle. Okay, kind of like if you cut the leaf in half, it would kind of look like a little flattened V or W in cross section. And that's because if you go further down to the base of the leaf, you'll find that it's actually triangular in cross-section before it kind of opens up into the individual blades further up. So at the base of a sedge, you're going to kind of feel around. It's a little bit wet, and you should be able to feel that it's triangular generally in shape. Okay, so the way to remember this is sedges have edges. All right. Got more edges, I guess, is really a better way to put it. One more thing I want to mention about sedges is if you're looking down at it from the top, this is really not something I'm going to be able to show you, but I'm at least going to tell you, is that the leaves are spirally arranged in 3s if you look from above. I think you'd have to be there in person to see this. I highly recommend that you look at the pictures that I uploaded in the PowerPoint file on Canvas, because you'll be able to see a lot better what I'm talking about and be able to imagine what it feels like. But again, if you feel around for that triangular shape at the base of the stem, then you should be good to go. And lastly, I'm going to talk about grasses. Now, you're probably thinking, Laurel, do you really expect us to get excited about grasses? Well, I think you might once you learn a little bit more about them. So, the grass family is called Poaceae, and it's really, really large. We actually have over 200 native species here, and a lot of different wildlife species depend on grasses to carry out their life cycle as well as for food. Grasses actually, for humans, provide 3 times more food than peas, tubers, beans, fruit, meat, and milk combined. So you can kind of think of things like wheat and corn and how much we depend on them. So there's a whole lot of stuff in the grasses family, including species like bamboo. Speaking of that, when you think about bamboo, you notice that it kind of has some segmentation on it, right? Well, that's characteristic of species in the grasses family. And it's going to be a little hard. I mean, this set of species is obviously the hardest to convey via video, but you see the leaves kind of come out oftentimes on the side. It does depend on the species, but you should be able to find kind of a node near where there's a leaf, oftentimes, not always. And remember how with the other species I couldn't really bend it over at a segment point, but here it's really easy to do in grasses. And you can kind of feel too that it's not totally smooth. It kind of, sticks out a little bit there. Okay? Also, grasses are usually hollow, at least, especially like further up. So you might want to kind of feel for that if you're not sure whether something is a rush versus a grass. And again, remember with the sedges, the leaves were spirally arranged coming out at the base. They weren't going to be coming out like this. So to recap, the best way you guys are going to remember these three groups of similar looking plants is sedges have edges, rushes are round, grasses have nodes that can always be found. I challenge one of you to make a song or a rap out of that as part of your project later this quarter. Peace.